how to hit the golf ball further. Before I get into it, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the video, if you've been watching and you're enjoying watching the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. Now, how do you hit the golf ball further? What we have to do is we have to compress the golf ball. Now, the setup is very important to compressing the golf ball. When we set up over the ball, I have a 7-iron right now. Now, I like to play the 7-iron when I'm going to compress the golf ball a little bit further back in my stand. Now, what I notice with a lot of amateur golfers is that they try to help the ball. In order to compress the golf ball, you have to hit down on the ball. You have to drive into the ball. Now, also, what I notice also is that a lot of golfers, when they swing, they're like this. They swing the club and they stay like that. Or they swing the club and they're going backward like this. You cannot compress the golf ball like that. Now I'm going to show you how I compress the golf ball, and maybe you could learn from it. So like I said, what I do, I like to play the ball a little bit back in my stand. Now when I finish, I want to move and finish so it looks like a capital K. You got to move into the golf ball. You cannot stay like this. When you hit and your leg is still open like that. Your right knee have to look like it's going into your left knee, right? And you have to hit down on the ball in order to compress the ball. And you'll also get a better, solid shot, right? And if you see my finish, like I said, it looks more like a capital K than, you're like, remember back in the days, guys, you're driving your Cadillac and you're like this. You don't want that. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. You want to finish by going into the ball. You can practice by hitting the ball. Just go like this, move, and bring your knee in. Move, bring your knee in. That's it. Right? You don't want to do this. Shift, bring this knee in. Like you want your right knee, like you want to hit your left knee with it. And of course, if you're a left-hand golfer, you do the opposite. And with this guy, you will hit the ball more solid, and the ball will definitely go further. Just keep in mind, capital K when you finish. At least that's what it looks like. When you finish the swing, you want to look like a capital. Does it look like capital K? Yeah, I think so. That's what it looks like. Okay? And like I said, the purpose of compressing the golf ball is that you hit it more solid and the ball is going to go further. Okay? So that's what we need to play the ball more back in your stance. Back, move, back. And don't forget, guys, that also you have to try and hit the ball with your big muscles, right? With your shoulder, not with your hand, right? Can't just swing your hand. You gotta big muscles. A lot of times we see distance and we overswing or we change our swing. right? That's one of the worst things you could do. Whatever club you take out, know your distance and swing the club. As you notice, guys, anytime I finish, always into the ball. Always into the ball. Try not to stay back on the ball. Because anytime you stay back on the ball, you know, you're not going to hit the ball flush and you're not going to get the distance you're looking for, right? So if you do this, right, number one, you don't know where the ball is going. Even though you do this, but if you say, I'm not turning into the ball, you have to turn into the ball. You want once you finish, you want your navel or your belt buckle to point to the target. Anytime you do this and don't finish the swing, most of the time the ball is going off to the right. There's no two ways about it, because what happens is that when you don't finish your swing, your club face stay open, right? So make sure, I used to play with this guy, I used to tell him, feel as if you can't turn your waist fast enough, because your hand is going to catch up to it, right? So don't be afraid to turn. You know, a lot of guys, they go and they hit and they stop. Finish the swing. And I know in some of my video, I actually, you know, teach this before too, about finishing the swing, because that's very important. Finish the swing. You'll hit the ball flush every single time if you do that. If you do this, you don't want to look like, and you stop right there. You're not going to hit the ball flush. You're not going to get the distance you're looking for. This is a pitching wedge. Even if you're using a pitching wedge, it's the same concept, right? Finish the swing. It's the same swing with the pitching wedge. Pitching wedge. Finish your swing. Everything about golf too, guys, is timing. It's all timing. Because if I take the pitching wedge and I do this first and swing all the way around there, most of the time the ball is going to go to the left. If you swing, the ball is going to go to the left. So timing plays also a very important role. And I just did that to show you that whenever you don't swing, that's what happened. You're either going to hit the ball off the toe, the ball is going to go to the right. So keep in mind that you have to finish your swing. I think that's the main thing with a lot of amateur golfers, is that they don't finish their swing. Right? You have to finish the swing, guys. If you ever watch the professional golfers and you see them and it looks like they barely swing and the ball travels, that's because they're compressing the ball. They're hitting the ball flush, right? They're compressing the ball and they're using their big muscles, right? They're using their shoulder to hit the ball. When you come around, it feels as if your right shoulder is going to hit the ball. So it's going to look like this. See? The capital K is forming. See? Do not hit the ball like this. And I know I'm probably repeating myself, but, right? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something from it. But remember, anytime I give a lesson, always go to the range and practice. Okay, thank you guys so much.